solution of exam 9 advanced data analysis. Pay attention that this is the last exam for academic year 2014-2015. Starting from the next academic year, the exam will change a lot. Okay, let's start. First of all, I go to my PC, //ubz01fst. If you have problem with this operation, you'd better review seriously the pre-course. Exams, no exams, I have to review the pre-course. Courses, exam Coletti Paolo. I copy all the thing into my desktop or in an appropriate directory. I don't close this one, I keep it open. Now here I have this thing here. Let's open my SQL, hide the SQL, have hide the SQL here. Okay, go to Northern 2023, so make sure that you have the V on Northern 2023. Create a query which displays for each category how many products have been sold and the average total selling value. Okay, so select category name. Then I will have to put something else. I will put it later from categories in join products on categories. Oops, no. Category ID, products, category ID. Okay, we have to group by categories. Category name. If you group by category name, that's fine. If you group by category ID, you have to specify whether you want to take category ID from categories or from products. Both are correct. Okay, now sum of quantity, but quantity is in table order details, so I have to make in join order details on products dot products ID equal order details dot product ID. Okay, so comma average of quantity by unit price. Okay, well, if you choose unit price, well, according to the database, pay attention because in some database unit price is present also in order details. Okay. Perfect. Let's see the result. Yes, fine. Let's give a name. Okay. Second, build a table, call as your surname to structure the three fields count in the database in such a way that the user must choose only among a list of countries. Well, in other databases, you will need to build a relation, etc., etc. In MySQL, you simply need to build a table, usually called countries, with a list of countries inside. In this case, I ask you to call it with your surname, otherwise other students will overwrite your table. So you can build it typing directly, okay? Or you can build it directly into database. Well, probably it's much easier to build it here, table, Coletti, or if you prefer countries, Coletti, country. It will be a varchar, obviously. 50 is enough. I would want hello null. Okay, and let's set it also as primary key. Okay. If you prefer, you can make country ID as primary key and then the country name as another column. It's both are correct. Okay, we'll have to put some data inside. Also here you can do it with an SQL instruction, or here Italy. No, maybe this one is a little boring. Germany. With an SQL instruction, maybe it would have been much faster. France, Spain, Belgium. Okay, that's done. Let's put a note for Professor Coletti. I build table Coletti and put file. Okay. Create a query to increment by 10% all products prices for non-discontinued products in table products your surname. I ask you to run it on products your surname so you don't destroy the query of other students. You will find here a long list of products underscore your surname. Okay, this is my surname. So update products Coletti, set unit price equal to unit price by 1.1, where discontinued equals 0. Cross your fingers and run only the selection. Okay, 70 are affected, so it seems that every price has changed. Let's see. Yes, they all have a comma, so probably they were increased by something. This probably was 40, become 44, this was 10, 30, this become 33. Seems okay. I have to undo. I overwrote my query, my instructions. Let's save after this experience. Exam. Okay. Save again, just to be sure. Okay. Turn the page. Create a query which displays all the orders, so shipping mount is today mount, 9, but you must do it automatically. So, select order ID, shipped date from orders. Well, okay, so use function mount. Well, you can, if you do like this, I will mark it as a half done. You must do something like mount date. Okay, this one is much better. Let's see whether it works. Okay, you can see I'm doing the exam in August, obviously. I prepared the exam well in advance. Okay, I save. And now if you look at the instruction, it's also underlined. There is written to write also the log file, this thing here. Okay, so I can see whether you've built the table or not. Okay, especially when another student has deleted your table, just for fun. Exam.txt. Okay, say done everything. I exit. I close this one. Have this thing here. Okay, let's see our exercise. I have our portable. I launch it. I open our Commander package. I change my working directory to exam directory or to your desktop. Okay, I have to load workspace exam.rdata. I can't do it here. I will do it from here. Okay, loaded. Vector AA, let's take a look at the variable first. It's always a nice idea. Okay. Vector AAA contains 100 numbers. Well, I don't believe. Let's see. Yes. Copy them into vector BBB, replacing non-valid values with 0. Oh, this is a bonus exercise. It was identical in the previous exam. I don't remember how did I do it in the previous exam. However, this is one possibility. Let's test it. Yes, I have the zeros. Okay, I will save some things which may be useful. Exam.r. Okay, save also the output. No, the output is not required to be saved. The workspace. Ah, yes, I overwrite the old one. If you save the output, you will overwrite the exam.txt of the other exercise. Build data frame CCC using vector AAA and BBB for variables called first and second. So, CCC, no, like this. Data frame first equal AAA. Very easy. Let's see. Yes. Copy vector AEA into vector DDD, replacing all elements with NA, excluding the third, fifth, 7, 9, 20, 20 from 24. Okay, so there are many ways to do it. I will do it as before. So I copy everything. And then from DDD, I will replace everything excluding something with NA. So how can I say excluding something? Well, in this way. Let's see. Yes. Build time series aus ts2 equal to time series aus ts lagged 2 steps backward. Id est the value of first quarter 71 of aus ts becomes the value for the third quarter 71 in aus ts2. So aus ts2 is equal to lag operator aus ts minus 2. Well, I'm not really sure whether minus 2 works. Well, if you have done the previous exam, it's minus 2 evidently, because the previous exam the question was the same, but it was forward and it was plus 2. But just to be sure, I will lag with minus 2, and now I check. First of all, I check aus ts. Well, let's see, aus ts, the first 2 elements. Okay. Well, no, I have to check, I have to see also the time. So you can see first value for first quarter 1971 is 13067, and let's see aus ts2, and the same value has been moved here. Okay, load dataset salaries for package car. Build an appropriate graph with appropriate colors for sex. So the appropriate graph of the pie chart will be ridiculous with only 2 categories. The bar graph is more serious. Okay, so you build a bar graph. Gray is not an appropriate color. So now either you change the color palette and then you instruct the color to be not gray but the first and the second color, or you just write the colors here, which is usually much faster. For example, pink and azure. Also, red and blue are okay. Okay, but if you choose black and white, usually they are not as really associated with man and woman. Okay. Also, if you invert them, they are not associated with man and woman, despite what happens in our university in the bathroom at level 1. Okay, so ping for female and add 0 for male, as it is the social conventions. Okay. Build an appropriate graph for years of service. Well, here, the box plot or the histogram, doesn't matter. I built a box plot because I'm lazy. If you build a histogram, you have also to check that the binning is appropriate. If you build a box plot, it will work every time. So, since I'm lazy, I built a box plot. Done. Let's check. Yes. Build an appropriate graph for years of service and sex. Well, this is clearly the box plot. Where is the box plot? By groups. Okay. Well, if you want to make it even nicer, you can also here use the appropriate color. Wow. But it was not required. By the way, I save here, save script. Okay, and I save also the workspace. Let's check whether it has been saved in the right place. Yes. Build a new scale variable rank 2 equal to 80 for assistant professor, 95 for associate, and 125 for professor. Data. Well, this thing here is done using recode. You have to recode rank into rank 2, not a factor because I ask you for a scale variable. So assist prof equal, you will appreciate the fact that if you commit just one spelling mistake, it will not work. So here you see the spelling mistake. That is not 95, this is 80. Okay, let's see it because I don't trust myself. This is a prof, yes, seems to work. It's always a good idea to see. If you see some not a variable, it's because, or some strange thing, it's because you have misspelled something. Okay, build a new variable salary 2 equal to salary divided by rank 2. For example, for the first subject, it must be 11118. So data, manage variable, this compute instead. Salary 2 equal to salary divided by rank 2. Let's take a look at it. 11118. Okay, I save. Build function count between which that accept a vector and two numbers a and b. Okay, so let's start here. Count between function, a vector, let's call it v, two numbers a and b. Okay. The function goes to the vector and returns the number of values between a and b. Very easy. For e in, well, look, for x in v, I use the second method, so I don't even use the index. If, put some parentheses, v, where is the v, is larger or equal than a, and v is smaller or equal than b, then count is incremented by 1. Okay, have to set count equal to 0 here and put a semicolon. So count equal to 0. Then I make the loop. Okay. And now I have to return the value. Return count. Also put a final semicolon even though not necessary. Let's see whether it works. As usual, R displays error text. Nobody will ever know where is the error. So this parenthesis must close with this one. Count equal to 0 for x in v. If v, no, if x, error again. We don't know where, how, and when. Probably end in R is done with again, or maybe 2. No. First of all, since you can see I don't study, let's look at my slides. On R to see which is the end. You can see if you don't study, you have to always to have my slides. So the end is this symbol here. So only one. Okay, let's see. This one closes here. Let's put an extra semicolon here, remove this one. Return count. Seems okay. Let's pause the video. Okay, after only a couple of minutes of debugging, the problem is that this 4 has a curly bracket here which doesn't close anywhere. It should close here. Okay, let's put some extra semicolon even though they are not needed. Seems correct. Let's see. This error 17. I submit. No, okay, correct. And let's see whether it works, because it's not enough to be correct. Count between. So for example, I put a vector with 3, 6, 4, 9, and I have to count the values between 4 and 7. Okay, so the result will be this one and this one, 2. Let's see. 2. Okay. Okay, after this big effort, I save. And I save also the workspace. Okay, the final thing, function SumUp2 is already inside workspace. You can recall it typing SumUp2. Well, moreover, since the function was already used 2 times in previous exams, I hope that you know it not well, but very well. And you should have already discovered that there is a mistake in this function, an evident mistake. Okay, in fact, whenever you type SumUp2, try me, regardless of the number after, for example, 4, result is 1887. 40, result is always 1887. So there is an evident mistake. You have to fix it. So sum up to, okay. What is the mistake? The mistake is that the function sums up all the numbers regardless of what you type here. So you have to check carefully here. Well, from 1 to the maximum between n and the length of the vector. Well, but it is not the maximum, it should be the minimum. Okay? Because if you type 3, it should stop at 3, not at the length of the vector, which is probably 100 or something like this. Okay, so if you fix it in this way, now the function gives a different result. In particular, if you use 20, it gives 530 as written here. Everything okay? File, save the script, save the workspace. I check that it's really saved. Yes, I have the script, okay. And I close everything. No. Okay. Now I check that I have everything here. Okay. RSQL, you will see on the wall the list of files. And now I copy everything on the network directory. I make sure to copy from here to here and not vice versa, as some of you does. So I select and copy here. Windows will ask me whether you want to overwrite the already existing file. You check your copy from exam to Coletti Paolo, which is fine. So you can replace. Okay. Done. Okay, exam is over.